This is now like your gang sign is like the lights off.
It looks like wax on, wax off. I might get
wax on,
copyright
wax off.
infringement.
Dirty D.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
And we're back. Okay.
Crystal clear. Crystal
clear. Welcome back to Late to the Party. No, what is it? Late to the Game. Well, we're late to something.
How late are we, Daniel? How late?
Oh, we're about a scotch and a drink and a piss away. That's how late we are.
From movies to video games. Welcome to Marie Plays It All. Daniel making me laugh, like always. Today's episode is Late to the Game, where my co-host Daniel forces me to watch popular movies that I embarrassingly haven't seen.
So it happened on June 2nd, 1994, and yet you didn't watch the movie. What were you doing during that date, Marie? What were you doing on June 4th, 1994?
Well, I think I was in school. I was in elementary school. I had a big science fair project. I couldn't, I'm sorry. I was making like a volcano, and it took precedence over watching the movie that you're going to tell me to watch today.
How dare her. How dare her. But I got a good one. I have a good snoozy one. So for the guests that haven't maybe watched the first episode, this is our second episode. Yay. We made it to our second.
Yay. It was so fun the last time. We're doing it again and again and again.
Oh, yes, we are. I wanted to pick one. I wanted to pick a different genre than we did last time. I wanted to get one. This is one that you like talking about, this genre. You like talking about horror. This one is one of these legendary horror movies that to call yourself a horror fan, you had to have watched this one. It was a pioneer of a movie. So
I'm not a horror fan until I've seen this. I can't call myself a horror fan, even though my room is all horror, everything. I got a Creepshow blankie. No, okay. So this will make me legit. Get the horror stamp. Legit. Okay.
You watch this, you get the horror stamp right on your forehead.
Okay.
Or your lower back, wherever you want the stamp.
That's what my tramp stamp should say. I already have one there, Daniel. I can't get horror there.
All right. So in this week's episode, or today's episode, we are talking about American Werewolf in London.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Okay. Nope.
Okay.
I haven't seen it, but there's things I know about it though.
Oh, that's exactly what we want. And don't just really say what you know of it, okay? The question is, the whole point of this game for the people that are watching us is I force Marie to watch movies that everybody and their mother, my mother included, has already seen. Here's a secret. She really needs to be embarrassed about this because my grandma has seen these movies and she still hasn't seen them. It's embarrassing. Mock her in the comment section, please, but don't. Be nice.
I think that your grandma and everyone else in the world should follow me around with a bell, like in Game of Thrones, and go, shame, shame through the streets.
We're trying to catch her up to speed, and you guys get to watch how wrong she is about trying to describe to me what the movie is. So, American Werewolf in London. Drum roll, please. What is the movie about?
So it's about an American werewolf in London. So that's what it's about. Good start.
Hey, better progress.
I think it's also a story about friendship. That's all.
Okay, good. You even said, "Oh, I know so much about this."
Well, I've seen certain scenes in documentary shows, so I know there's like a really crazy scene in it that I'm actually excited to watch.
Okay, good. All right. And that's all you have so far.
Well, I'm guessing the movie is about an American. Yeah, it takes place in London. Let's say that, and they're American friends, and one of them is going to become a werewolf.
And they're both men or females?
They're both men.
They're both men. They're both in London, and one of them becomes a werewolf.
Yes, this is what I'm saying.
Okay. Second question. What are the Americans doing in London?
Backpacking across Europe.
For what?
Why? For what? To collect fog samples.
Because the world doesn't have enough fog research. So because of modern day, you people can thank the two gentlemen in American Werewolf in London for the advancement of fog science. Good.
And what better place to find it than London, where
Which has
foggy a lot. I mean, the stereotype, I don't know, apparently.
Does a werewolf go to London? If so, how does it travel there?
By blimp. What people don't understand is that werewolves, that is their preferred way of travel, because it's very, it gives the werewolves a rush to travel by blimp, because they can always like pop the sides with their claws and stuff. So that's their preferred way of travel. And that's how it got there from Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. You are so accurate on this. Wow. I swear you've cheated. I swear you cheated. Somebody gave you the answers to this.
That's where the original werewolf comes from, to London. And then the Americans go to London, and then they're going to become,
So correct. So correct. Okay.
Yeah.
This cult horror classic is directed by the famous filmmaker
Martin Scorsese. How do you pronounce his name?
Wow.
Martin Scorsese. How do you pronounce his name? Martin.
See, do you see why we need the show? She can't even pronounce Martin Scorsese.
Martin Scors. I can't. Martin Scorsese.
Was that a snort? You just snorted. Okay, Martin Scorsese is directing American Werewolf in London, where we have a group of fog scientists that are out there to discover the advancement of fog technology. Got it. The movie is best known for its
I know. It's
oh, I know you know.
It's best known for its dream scene with Nazi wolves.
No.
Isn't that a part? Okay, whatever. Okay, go. Next question.
Okay.
I thought it wasn't. Okay, I don't know.
It could be.
Okay, well now we're gonna see. Now we see if I knew something, because I thought I saw this in a documentary about horror movies, but I could be wrong. Could be like meshing things together.
What is the name of the fake porno in the movie? There's a fun trivia fact about that. The filmmaker likes to use this as an ongoing joke in several of their movies.
So I need to watch a whole bunch of Martin Scorsese movies to find out.
To find out where Martin Scorsese likes to plant this joke. But in this movie, there's a fake porno.
Okay.
With this title. What is that title?
I'm trying to think of something with like a full moon and like being about butts. Somehow tying
a full moon is butts.
But, I know, but I'm like, how do you? The man in the full moon.
So it's just a man just eating a bunch of butts. I take it. I hope he brushes teeth after. Who was originally considered to play the two leads in this movie?
Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow, you're so good at this. You just nailed this. Wow. That's some fun trivia fact.
But like you'd watch that, right?
Oh, absolutely, I'd watch that. Especially directed by Martin Scorsese. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And one of them turns into a werewolf, and there's like werewolf Nazis coming in from Saudi Arabia, like on a blimp.
On a blimp? Yeah. Sign me up, please. Which musical artist saw this movie and talked with the filmmaker about directing their iconic music video?
Michael Jackson for Thriller.
Mm-hmm. That one's right. You got one.
Okay, one that I wasn't joking about. I was like, this gotta be it.
Yes, you are correct. I try to give you a gimme on that one. So that way she doesn't go 0 for 10. 0 for 10. Let's get it. How does this movie end?
It's a dream. But then it's not a dream, but it is a dream. And then the friend is in the bed. And then he has that werewolf face that's like really cool. And his other friend. Oh, and then he sees his other friend. Is this the same movie? Is it a different movie? And his friend's like half dead. And it's a dream. And then the werewolf guy's in the bed. And then it's like his cool face. I don't know. Is that how it ends? It's a dream. But he's in the hospital. And he sees his friend. Is he not in the hospital?
So now there's a hospital. Okay.
The whole thing's not a dream. But I'm thinking the end scene is like a dream, and he sees his like dead friend or something.
So he was never a wolf? It was just a dream?
His friend is a wolf. No, he is a wolf, and he killed his friend, didn't he? He's like, okay.
So, okay.
Or did he not kill his friend? I don't know. It's a dream.
But they're in a hospital. Okay.
Yeah, maybe, but it's a dream.
Okay. Here's a fun one. Which Nas member is this their favorite film? So, of our group of people that are on Not a Strong Start, which one of us is this their favorite movie?
Jose.
No.
Oh.
We'll revisit this. It could be Jose. Who knows? We'll see.
If it's you, I'm going to be shocked. I'll be like, how did I not know this, Daniel?
I'm only your co-host on this show, on this segment.
Jeez. No secrets between co-hosts.
I know, apparently. So with that, I present to you An American Werewolf in London, almost starring Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. But it is directed by Martin Scorsese, and it takes place in a blimp for part of the movie. From Saudi Arabia.
In the blimp.
Hit that play button, Marie. Hey, yes. It only took us 50 times to nail that.
And we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Woo! American Werewolf in London and Istanbul, according to Marie. Or Morocco. It was Morocco. It was definitely Morocco.
Morocco would have been better.
Yes. Have you ever seen Casablanca? No. You know what we need for this? Here's what I'm throwing out there to our listeners. Give some suggestions in the comments section, please. What else should we make Marie watch? Don't think, oh, maybe she didn't. No. Stop it right there. She definitely didn't watch it.
I haven't. Unless it's like horror related. I maybe have watched it. Maybe some like romance. But Casablanca, how did I never seen that?
What the heck? What the fudge? What the fudge?
That's a good one. That is on the list. It better be on the list.
It's on the list now. This long list. Just a plethora amount of just movie titles.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
The CVS receipt of a list.
Exactly. The CVS receipt, as us statesmen people say.
Yep.
So American Werewolf in London. Overall, how did you feel about it?
I liked the vibe. The English countryside vibe. I really like that a lot. And I like the foggy, creepy. There's something like naturally gothic about that part of the world. I really like the setting. I had to get my stress ball out because I realized I was grabbing myself in weird places. The setting's so good. I immediately thought it had really that the rewatchability was like I can watch this again and again, like every year around Halloween or something.
Yep.
I'm not really into like werewolf movies. I think I saw Silver Bullet when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And I love Teen Wolf, but that's like my favorite childhood movie. One of them.
Michael J. Fox.
Brilliant. But I liked it. I thought the ending was a little abrupt. It was just kind of like, oh, that's the ending. It's kind of like just like over. Not the ending I thought it was because I thought the ending was going to be a bunch of parts that I've seen a whole bunch. And I guess the way it was like portrayed to me when I saw those scenes was like that was the end, like the big finale. Because what it looked like. But then like happened like a quarter way through the movie. I'm like, oh, there's that scene that's so iconic.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be at the end. I like that it was a love story. I really loved that. I was like, throughout a whole bunch of the movie. And I really loved one of the very last scenes where it's like carnage and mayhem all throughout the streets. People getting run over. And the werewolf looked good. I like the way the werewolf looked. So she was like crawling in like that subway train area.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oof. I liked it.
Re-hitting back on our questions. You said it was directed by Martin Scorsese. Very close. But it was John Landis that did this one. So, yeah. So let's go back into our thing. The movie is best known for its practical effects, and it's specifically the werewolf transformation. So that werewolf this is why people preach about using practical effects still, because it still looks way better than anything we see in CGI. It just does. It looks so realistic, and the practical makeup for this is still legendary, still iconic, that werewolf. So Yeah, it's brilliant.
The transformation scene, you feel it. Like you feel it. It's like you're going through it. You could feel the pain he's going through during the transformation. Just showing everything close up and how it's changing and growing. Yeah. I was just like, oh, like that's like one of the best like scenes ever. I was gonna say it was so well done and so good, so impactful. You believed that he was really in excruciating pain during the whole thing. It was amazing. I love practical effects like over anything. Yeah,
absolutely. And even the face transformation, you just don't see that anymore, and it's so good. It's so good. What's funny that you say about Martin Scorsese is that I referenced a movie called After Hours, and the best friend, the one who died, spoiler alert, the one who had died in the movie, and he sees him as like a zombie ghost. He's the lead that's in that movie.
Oh, I really liked him.
There's a connection, so you're not too far off. That movie After Hours is really, really good. So the fact that you haven't seen it, maybe it'll pop up on this segment. So just save it. Don't do any research. Let's just see how that goes.
Good. The effects on his friend throughout the movie, I love how he kept decaying more and more and more and more. And I think a part of the movie that's so scary to me is just like someone be like, I don't know if you have to bleep this out, but he's like, you have to kill yourself or else that's it. All of our souls can't. Like, how scary is that, knowing that you have to do that?
Yes.
Or you have to die. Like everyone's, all these souls, people you killed, they can't be at rest unless you die. Like, that is horrifying, that thought. Knowing you have to die.
Oh. Yeah, especially coming from like a college kid where your whole life is in front of you, right? So you're kind of going through your own metamorphosis in a way of life. You're becoming an adult. You're learning how to be more independent and to become a person, an adult. And now having to come with the consensus that you have to kill yourself. Like it's so brutal. So brutal.
At least he fell in love. He got to experience love, and that's all that matters.
Exactly. He got one last dip with the nurse. So that's what matters.
What a man response. One last dip.
One last dip. He saw that salsa dip. What is the name of the fake porno in the movie? Do you know? If not, I have the answer.
See you next Wednesday?
See you next Wednesday, and that's an ongoing joke that John Landis uses. That title, he'll have it pop up in other various projects that he's worked on. You were right about Michael Jackson and the video Thriller. That's how we saw it. That's what he went with. The original actors considered to play the two leads. As close as you were about it being Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, it was in fact Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi.
Oh,
from the Blues Brothers. So they had saw that, and they thought they're going to go more that direction because they knew it was going to be a comedy horror, but they wanted to side more on comedy. But it's completely would have changed the tone of that. And now you're dealing with more of adult characters.
Yeah.
It changes everything, because now even if you use the nurse, she would have to assume be older. Otherwise, it just seems really weird. There's a lot of things with that.
Also, one of them would have to have been like kind of hunky to be like a love interest.
Well, clearly that's Dan Aykroyd. I mean, come on.
It is. If I had to
between him or John Belushi, you know what I mean? You only got one choice here.
It would have been funny though if it was like Arnold Schwarzenegger and he played like David in his transformation.
Yeah.
It's not a tumor.
Why are you having to defend yourself as you're transforming? Just let it happen.
Alone. All alone now.
Who are you talking to? So stupid. Finally, which Nas member has this as their favorite film? You said Jose. Still going with that?
No.
Okay.
Kevin?
Okay. Why?
I don't know. Seems like maybe he'd be into it. It's kind of like funny, but like comedy. Gory, and it's like older classic, and I could see him liking it. I can see him really liking it, maybe.
Okay. It's Chuck.
You know what? I was gonna say Chuck in the first place, but then I was like, I know I always see his posters behind the wall. I know he really like with Return of the Living Dead and stuff like that. I kept thinking him, then straying away, and I don't know why. I was just straying away.
So overall, how else did you feel about it? How did you feel that the actors brought it? Did you think they did really good? How did you like the soundtrack, the music, the tone, the editing, the setting?
Okay, well, editing was okay. I don't like the abrupt ending, but could have been drawn out a little bit longer.
Yeah,
I think just a little more. I don't know why, but setting, loved it. Soundtrack, oh my god! First of all, opening up with Blue Moon.
Did you notice the theme with the music?
Yes,
they all had moon. They all had moon.
I know.
Yeah,
I love the song Blue Moon. No matter who sings it. It reminds me of Fallout New Vegas, because in that video game. And I love Creedence Clearwater Revival. I love Bad Moon on the Rise, because that was like the first song I ever heard in my life, I think. My grandpa playing it for me. So I was like, oh my God, it almost played the entire song through that scene. And the soundtrack, great. Setting, great. Acting, great. Makeup and effects, great. I really liked it. I'm realizing like how much I would suggest that movie to anybody just for the transformation scene.
Yeah.
Just for that alone.
Yep.
Yeah. It is superb.
Yeah. And they tried getting a Cat Stevens song, and Cat Stevens denied it because he believes in werewolves. So he didn't allow them. He didn't want them to use it for that. When I went to Monster Palooza, they had a bunch of different creatures and all that stuff, and they had the werewolf from there. It looked so real. It was awesome. Fun fact for our audience watching us. That's it. I met the werewolf in person.
How'd that feel? What'd you say to it?
Phenomenal. Asked him if he needed a razor. I mean, hello, in modern time now, body hair. Come on, get rid of that.
Come on, dude. You want a buzz? You use a little bit of buzz. If you want to dip that werewolf tip, you gotta clean up.
That's what I'm saying, man. Come on.
Cut.
All right. So, will you play it back, or are you gonna rage quit this one?
I definitely gonna play it back. I can't rage quit this. It's just I want to watch it again, like today, just for that transformation scene alone. And the gore was really good. The makeup's so good. Just yeah. Perfect. Thank you for that recommendation.
You're welcome. Yay! Because I've given you 2 good bangers in a row. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I gotta give you a doozy coming up soon. Which one? It's gonna be fun.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the movies you hate too, especially.
Good. Because I got a few of them. Because you might even actually love them. Because some of the ones because there's some that are considered bad movies, like awful filmmaking, but they're a comedy when you watch them. If you watch them with how bad they are, and you like watching bad movies sometimes, you'll deeply enjoy watching them. And I actually go back to these movies quite often to watch them. So I'm not giving you bad ones that I hated. They're going to be bad made movies that are hilarious to watch.
Okay. So there won't be any killer clowns?
God, no. I'm not going to make you sit through that, because I don't want me to sit through that again.
Right.
We're good on Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And
thank you for watching Replays It All. This is another episode of Late to the Game with my co-host Dirty D.
So dirty. I might need some Lysol. That's what my mom said. I didn't make that up.
Did she really?
No.
Okay.
No, I really made that up.
Oh. I'm really shout out to Daniel's
yeah, did she really?
For the Lysol. You can find our content on our YouTube channel, Not a Strong Start, and on IG and Twitter at Not a Strong Start. And
that's
anywhere
right.
You listen, anywhere you listen to your podcast.
You can anywhere you listen to your podcast.
Anywhere, any single place. You can follow me on IG at Marie Plays It All.
And you can follow Dirty D at King_Sangre.
Okay, well, I'm excited for Daniel to force me to watch more movies, good or bad. We'll see what the outcome is. And hopefully I love them all. And remember, never stop playing. Never ever.
Never ever.